Mind repeating the riddle?
4 guardians, 4 flames, standing proud in a line. The first to light his fire dared not march on the end. The second, by the first, played a woeful lament. The third kept close to his faithful beast. The fourth marched not beside the first, yet like the second played a tune. And thus they stood o'er their queen, who slept beneath flickering stars.
All right, let's see if we can solve this. Let's try it. Just gotta figure out the order.
4 statues, each like the other.
What was that inscription again?
4 guardians, 4 flames, standing proud in a line. The first, to light his fire, dared not march on the end. The second, beside the first, played a woeful lament. The third kept close to his faithful beast. The fourth marched not beside the first, yet like the second played a tune. And thus they stood o'er their queen, who slept beneath flickering stars.
What was that inscription again?
4 guardians, 4 flames, standing proud in a line. The first, to light his fire, dared not march on the end. The second, beside the first, played a woeful lament. The third kept close to his faithful beast. The fourth marched not beside the first, yet like the second played a tune. And thus they stood o'er their queen, who slept beneath flickering stars.
What was that inscription again?
4 guardians, 4 flames, standing proud in a line. The first, to light his fire, dared not march on the end. The second, beside the first, played a woeful lament. The third kept close to his faithful beast. The fourth marched not beside the first, yet like the second played a tune. And thus they stood o'er their queen, who slept beneath flickering stars. Seems we did something wrong. Gavella Glad. Gavella Glad. There it goes. Gavella Glad. Gavella.
What was that inscription again?
4 guardians, 4 flames, standing proud in a line. The first, to light his fire, dared not march on the end. The second, beside the first, played a woeful lament. The third kept close to his faithful beast. The fourth marched not beside the first, yet like the second played a tune. And thus they stood o'er their queen, who slept beneath flickering stars.
Let's try it. Just gotta figure out the order.
4 statues, each like the other. Wait. Something just happened.
Behind that wall, a movement.
There it goes. Seems we did something wrong.
Gavella Glan.
Looks like some...
Whose grave is it? What do you
sanctuary.
think? No inscription, sadly.
Sign of the gull. If I didn't already know where she was buried, I'd guess this is Laura Doran's sepulcher.
Perhaps it's a monument to her.
Can't see the elves commemorating her this way. Heroine of a tragic legend to some, but most see her as a traitor to her race, who got her just deserts for marrying Cregennan of Laud.
Perhaps the elven mage is Lara's kin. It would explain why he's helping Ciri.
Possible. This what you're looking for?
Uh-huh.
So what's it supposed to do?
I hope I'll be able to activate it. Let's leave this place, shall we?
Magic. A place of power. Someone's humming. Place of power. It's gotta be. We going? An illusion.
At last. But it was worth it, right? You learned something about Ciri in the end. Something important. Do you intend to venture into Crookback Bog? You must tell me about it afterwards.
Don't know that I'll get the chance.
Geralt, there are two types of men. Those who see opportunity and take advantage, and those who forge the opportunities themselves. I've always seen you as an example of the latter. Besides, I've a favor to ask you. So, visit me sometime?
I'll stop by. You can be sure.
In that case, I shall be waiting.
See ya, Kira. Winds howling.
the rats, why did he need them?
Bloody rodents. Better to have stuffed them with a poison, or crushed them into a pulp with a shovel.
Kira, what are you doing?
Geralt. You gave me quite a start.
But now the mage says bring me rats and healthy ones. Not something the cat dragged in.
This the lamp from the elf's hideout? And what's this about rats?
Nothing important. I'll explain later. Now tell me, to what do I owe the pleasure?
Mentioned you wanted something from me.
I did, and still do. The Cursed Isle on Lake Windammer. You've heard of it, I'm sure. The local peasants mumble incessantly about it, about the wraiths that haunt it. They claim none who go there return.
How'd it come to be cursed?
That's what I don't know. I must break this spell, yet I've been unable to identify its source.
Gotta know something.
Scraps. The curse is somehow linked to the tower where Serad, the lord of these lands, took refuge. Claims in the village are that peasants, desperate of hunger, sailed to Fyke Isle to beg for food. So, will you please help me lift this curse?
So the peasants who went to the island...
The villagers say he had them poisoned.
A real gentleman. A mage lived on the island.
We were friends. Sadly, he died. Yet even those who escaped the Isle soon suffered agonizing deaths.
All right, I'll help.
I knew you'd find it irresistible. Naturally, you'll need to sail to Fyke Isle.
Fine. What then?
Well, the spirits who wander the Isle, you must establish a rapport with them. Don't know how, but...
Think they'll be willing to chat?
Of course. Provided you take my magic lamp with you. I shall let you keep it afterwards in appreciation. You'll find it quite useful, I'm sure.
Can't you just come with me?
I tried to go to Fyke Isle once. Thought my head would...
Nice of you to send me there.
I experienced an acute nasal hemorrhage. You stand to endure a wobble of... At Aretusa, they trained me to detect even the subtlest magic pulses. This was like getting smacked across my horn.
Funny. Thought you'd go in for that sort of thing.
Take my boat. I left it on the lake shore near the village. Should be fit, provided rot hasn't eaten it, as it seems to eat everything here.
How's the lamp actually work? I mean, do I just rub...
You needn't even rub. Just place it where you find bones and hear whispers. I suppose I should warn you. It might not...
Figured as much. Tell you all about it later. Maybe...
You'll need to do neither. I'll give you a Xenovox. It's a bauble that will let us speak over some distance. You will tell me what you see, and I shall tell you what to do and look for.
So, where'd you...
Found it in the mine along... Thought it was part of the lamp at first. Didn't really...
Think it belonged to the elven mage?
Clearly. And I didn't even know the elves used...
I need to know anything else before I go?
No, that is all. Oh, go already. I can't wait to see what you discover on Fyke Isle. Just be sure to come and see me afterwards. And... Geralt. Thank you. Geralt, just when I was starting to miss you.
Tell me more about this mate.
Never expected you'd take...
More interested to know if you bonded.
Well, we had little in common in that arena. Oh, Alexander was one of those...
Why do you want the...
You just witnessed why.
Didn't know you were interested.
There's nothing wrong with it. We traded. I brewed him a poke.
Who'd he want to use?
He didn't say.
See you, Kira.
Geralt!
Bet the old witch who lived here.
She did indeed.
Very much so. See you, Kira.
What's your take, Penny? Don't steal our yarns.
You ain't safe.
Let me have a look at your stuff. How about you take a break from hawking? We...
Be as cocky once the Baron's men whip your arse.
You ain't safe.
Soldiers' corpses chopped off fingers even and traded the baubles for victuals at the castle. For that, he was cursed. When God lost all his heir, and now he awaits death.
An amulet.
What else?
Corpse tick.
Solo.
almost there.
Splendid. I shall contact you again soon.
Wait, this Xenovox. Can I contact you with it, or is it one way?
One way only, I'm afraid. You'll have to trust my feminine intuition.
Your what?
My feminine intuition!
Wonderful.
Geralt? Are you on the Isle yet? Does the Xenovox work? Can you hear me?
What? I can't hear.
Great, broke already. I'll keep this magic.
What did you say? There's some interference. You must be very careful.
Wonder what killed them. Doesn't look like the work of necrophages. Looks like rain.
Damn, you're ugly.
What led them here? Hunger or greed?
Place is full of rats. As many dead as alive. Think they're feeding on...
Look, Geralt, stop. You needn't be so detailed.
Let's try Kira's lamp.
Where's that noble? Where's that noble? Lying here, quiet as a mouse, head split open like a rotted pumpkin. More like a peasant now, sloshing around in his own blood and shite. Must be nothing noble about him. Too quick a death they gave him. Should have been made to suffer. He's not the end of it. Sons can suffer for him, and the daughter.
Blood. Many must have died here.
Where's that noble? Lying here.
Rich folk. Doubt I'll ever understand them. Keeping rats in cages like rabbits.
Let him out, mate.
Peasants didn't come here to ask nicely.
Don't start, Annabelle. Back to your... Don't start, Annabelle. Back to your craft. Always bending my ear about fool peasants. I'll not hear of them again. That simpleton turned your head, but one Graham hardly makes the rest courtly, one and all.
Gold! Piles of it! Oh, won't do the dead any good now, will it? Strange it's still here. The noble died a time ago. Who's that? Show yourself. Anyone there? Who? Gold!
are you? Have you got to the laboratory at the top of the tower yet?
I'm at the top. Nothing here that looks like a laboratory.
Someone dragged something across the floor. Or dragged it from one wall to the other, repeatedly. Looks like a laboratory. Pretty well equipped, too.
Why did you leave? You claimed to love me. I'm cold. Why has no one come for me? I cannot leave this place. I see no way out. Who are you? Do you seek to hurt me as well?
Don't be afraid. I want to lift the curse that grips this island. Your turn to tell me who you are. The other ghosts, they couldn't see me.
I'm special. Always was. The rare beauty. The Lord's daughter. These lands, as far as the eye can see, were ours. My family and I, we hid in the Major's Tower to await the war's end, the end of hard times. It was not to be forever.
Tell me what happened here. Peasants sailed to the island to ask for food. Is that true?
No! They came to rob and kill. They thought us rich, believed we'd stowed ourselves away here to laugh at their misery. Yet we had little food as well. Too little to share with those who came. They slaughtered everyone. I heard my father cry out, but the mage told me not to reveal myself or let anyone in. He gave me a potion. If I was discovered, I was to drink it. He said everything would be all right.
What kind of potion was it? Remember its smell? What it looked like?
I remember only that I feared to drink it.
Didn't trust the mage?
In the village, they claimed he meddled in disease. Not curing it, but causing it. They said he lured rats into the tower, infected them with the Catriona. Only rumors, surely, but I was afraid. So horribly afraid. And then I heard him. My beloved Grey.
Your beloved failed to save you. Why?
There were too many. Leave her be, he shouted.
Did they hurt you?
They gripped my arms, tore at my dress. I managed to free myself and drink the potion, and then... nothing.
Poisoned? That how you died?
No, for I later awoke. I was alone, it was dark. Only there were rats. Everywhere. Dozens. Hundreds. And I... couldn't move.
Sleeping potion. Effects hadn't worn off yet. You were paralyzed.
They were everywhere. All over me, like... they tore me apart, and I could not even scream. Have I not suffered enough?
Can you talk to the island's other
No, I'm alone here. You do not fear me.
No. Used to dealing with ghosts. Though, gotta admit... How can I help you?
A curse born of hatred binds me to this place. Only love's power can...
And your beloved, he dead too?
Graham? No, he lives. I would know if he...
Maybe you could strip the curse of its power by forgiving him. Your beloved, who...
No, a poor fisherman. I miss him so.
Said before you can't leave the town.
Did I?
I don't think so. As I see it, you're the curse's focus. The other ghost, my medallion, started pulsating as soon as we started talking.
I don't know what you mean, but you could be right. My fate is tied to the Isle.
It could be your blood ties to the land, the base of the curse that it...
I loved him. Take my bones to him. He must bury them. This will be our farewell. Will you speak to him? Will you do this for me?
Fine. I'll talk to Graham. Where will I find him?
He lives in the village on the lakeshore, yet...
If he loved you, he'll remember.
He said he would always love me.
Kept in there until the end. What a shitty way to die. Experimenting on humans. Never would have gotten away with it if the Conclave were still in charge.
Just leave me be.
I want to talk.
You're deaf, damn it! I told you. Who are you?
I've been to the island. I know what happened there.
What do you want of me?
Want to talk to you about Annabelle.
Annabelle? What can you know about her?
I met her. Talked to her.
Annabelle's dead. Drank poison. And I couldn't save her.
Did you love her?
Something mad. Loved her so deep I believed we'd come through, believed we'd be together. Of course, it was not to her father's liking. His daughter and a plain lout.
What happened on Fyke Isle? You gotta tell me.
'Twere Millie, Finch and Faulkner. They rallied the men, all roughs, to go to the Isle, take back what was ours from the noble. They knew I was known at the tower, that the Lord's servants would open the gate for me since I sold them fish.
They forced you to go with them?
No, I saw my chance in it. For Annabelle and me to flee. But it all spun in a chaos. First, then she drank the poison. Mage must have gave it her. I ran out the tower hollering that I wanted to
Said you were hollering as you fled the tower.
I don't remember.
Might have cursed them. There's a powerful magic aura on Fyke Isle. Passions, evil intent, strong emotions of any kind can activate it.
She took the poison.
It wasn't poison. Annabelle, Mage wanted to protect her, make it look like she...
That means...
Spoke to her ghost. By the time she awoke, tower was full of cold corpses. And rats.
You mean... She was alive the whole time?
It's not your fault. No guilt in not know.
Gods, what have I done? If I had stayed behind to bury her, I didn't notice she was alive. It might have ended different, ended well.
If you'd stayed on the island, I doubt you'd have survived.
I'd take death over leaving her to the rats like that. But there's naught I can do about it now.
Wrong on that count. Annabelle needs you. Her soul will only find peace if you help her. Bury her bones. Annabelle should be laid to rest by...
Those are... her bones?
Yes.
Give them here. And leave me be.
Dead. Annabelle is no ordinary ghost. She's a pesta. And now she's free. A girl and plated flowers. Looks like a small shrine.
Just when I was starting to miss you.
Fyke Isle's free of its curse.
And you withheld this news until now. Why? I gave you a Xenovox. But the curse, what was it so?
The dark spell clung to the spirit of Annabelle, the Lord's daughter.
So it ended well.
I lifted the curse, so the island's clear. Annabelle's soul is free. Thing is, turned out she's a pesta. Graham's dead.
And you failed to notice. You're losing your touch. Be that as it may, Fyke Isle is free of its curse. That's important. I'm almost inclined to say good work.
One thing's
What?
Annabelle said Alexander was studying diseases. You knew this?
All the mages knew about it. Alexander... I would have given anything for an opportunity to study his note.
The lamp. What do you want to do?
As I said, you may keep it. I don't believe I shall need it anymore, given the Isle's been cleansed. I actually regret not going there with you. Perhaps we can make up for that lost time now.
All right. Time I was on my...
Perhaps you'd stay just a bit longer? There's...
What is it?
I put in an order for a few substances from Novigrad. The trader was... Could you see what happened?
Why not? If he was coming here from Novigrad, he must have passed through Blackbow. I'll check the area.
Thank you.
Ask a service of the Witcher, the Pella must. A witcherly service, that's to say.
What do you need? Tell me.
A man who fears no evil the Pella needs. Forefathers' Eve is nigh. We've rites to conduct. Wandering...
Why hold...
At times men die choking with regret. Their spirits...
Seems like you could use a...
You'd not refuse. The Pella... Across the lake we must journey, to Fyke...
The sooner we resolve this, the better. Drowners and a water hag. My favorite. Wide, heavy wheels. A merchant's wagon. Veered off the road at high speed. Doesn't bode well. Yeah, merchant traveling across Velen alone. No way that was gonna end well. Leftovers, cuts of meat, cataplepis. Wonder what spell requires that. Human, from an artery. Can't be far. Wouldn't have made it. Package still intact. Don't sense anything magic, though. Wonder how Kira'll explain this one. Hid and waited for help. It never came. That's Velen for you.
Giddy up.
Geralt, just when I was starting to miss you.
Got those, substances you wanted?
Splendid. I can finally begin my study of double arboreal racination patterns. But first, I'll...
Brew yourself a mug of mulled wine? Saw what the wagon was carrying. Exquisite meats, expensive wines, Zerrikanian spices. Not a speck of magic. Care to tell me what you're up to?
I would rather show you, but you must wait a bit.
Color me intrigued. Fine, I'll wait.
Then shoo, outside.
Gonna slip into something more comfortable?
Later. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Well, go on, out. You've been patient, thank you. It's almost ready.
Huh? If I wanted to see white mice, I'd just get drunk.
Note that I said almost. Now don't interrupt.
Became within hateful.
Third mouse. What happened to it?
The spell has a 66.67% chance of success. I always use one more than I need, just in case.
So where did... Kira, can I explain what's going on here?
Know the fairy tale about Cinderella?
Mm-hmm. True story it's based on, too. A Zoogle cropped up in a palace pond and ate Princess Cinderella whole. Left behind one slipper, so...
I beg you, not another word about Zoogles. Now, to return to the fairy tale. I'd like to escape these ghastly swamps, but I could use a Prince Charming. It just so happens you're the only decent candidate in all Velen. So...
Sounds tempting. So tempting, I don't think I can refuse.
Before we go, there's one more thing.
Gotta transform a pumpkin into a carriage?
No. I shall transform our rancid rags into something more glamorous. Don't wince. It'll only be an illusion, won't hurt a bit. And at dawn, everything will return to normal.
Why not? Might as well go all out.
Then hold on tight. Gavella Glan. So, what do you think? Neckline too modest?
It's just right.
Oh, I might also have changed your hair colour while I was at it. I've always fancied dark-haired men. Oh well, any port in a storm.
Well, off we go. Dinner's waiting. Last one there does the dishes.
Whoa, Cinderella. We'll have a great fall.
Make way.
The old god demanded 6 sucklings. You didn't bring but a single skirt.
Ha! As fast as you can!
I thought you were a better horseman.
For the record, I was riding a mouse.
For someone who usually trots around on a roach, that shouldn't present a challenge. Now do you see why I needed those substances?
Beef and cinnamon and cloves, roasted capon with shallots. It was worth the trouble.
Shall I pour the white or the...
Dry red, but let it breathe a little first.
Well, well, never took you for a wine connoisseur.
Think witchers suck the marrow out of drowner bones and wash it down with puddle water?
More or less. Well, we've chatted long enough on empty stomachs. Let's dig in.
Must have cost you a small fortune. Sure you don't need me to pitch in?
Please, I manage. You know, a dozen eggs here, a cock or gander there. Besides, my finances are about to improve.
How, if you don't mind my asking? I mean, you'd think the only work to be had in Velen would be in farming.
Very true. So, I've 2 options. I can either start cultivating turnips or leave. But that's not what I wish to discuss. Thank you once again, Geralt, for your help with the tower. You were fabulous.
Not the first curse I've lifted.
But among the most difficult, correct? What happened on that island? Why, I shiver at the thought. And the laboratory. I sincerely hope you burnt everything. The cages, the corpses, the papers.
Why are you even interested?
Because I grasp the importance of the studies conducted there. In the wrong hands, the findings could do immense harm. I'm sorry. Such a gloomy subject to broach. I simply shouldn't have, not during our romantic dinner.
Romantic? Thought we came here as friends.
Friends. With benefits. So...
Your fairy tale, your rules.
Really? Then close your eyes and count to 10.
1, 2, 3, 4. All right, that's enough. Kira, wanna play hide and seek? Why not? Shame. Could have kept her shoes on.
Found me. Congratulations.
Do I get a prize?
I've nothing on me, but I'll think of something. Know what they call that constellation in Zerrikania?
Dragon something, I bet.
No, it has a different name. Bit indecent, actually. Lean closer and I'll whisper it in your ear. Egfain Nave.
Kira? Where? Put me to sleep with a spell. Means she's up to something. Fyke Isle. The tower.
Searching for the witch Ciri had quarreled with, Geralt ran into an old friend, Kira Metz. The sorceress told the Witcher about a masked mage. While searching for the witch Ciri had quarreled with, Geralt ran into an old friend, Kira Metz. The sorceress told the Witcher about a masked mage. Ciri.
Geralt!
Got brood. Saw what the whack cared to.
I would...
Color. Gonna.
Late. You've been...
Huh?
Nope. No, I beg... Now to... But I...
So.
Before...
Gotta transform.
No, don't.
What?
Then hold... So, what do you think?
It's...
Oh, I'm... Well, off... Last one there.
While searching for the witch Ciri had quarreled with, Geralt ran into an old friend, Kira Metz. Sorceress told the Witcher about a masked mage. Ciri had seemed to have taken shelter in his hideout. The Witcher...
Whoa, Cinderella. We'll have a great fall.
Ha! As fast as you can. Try to catch me.
Oh, boy. Come on.
I thought you were better
For
some. Now,
could have. If.
well,
Think.
more.
Must.
Please.
Oh.
Yeah. But.
Not.
I'm the.
All right.
What are you talking?
Sex.
You may know about. That's very good. Now.
What? All right. Kira.
While searching for the witch Ciri had quarreled with, Geralt ran into an old friend, Kira Metz. Sorceress told the Witcher about a masked mage. Ciri had seemed to have taken shelter in his hideout. The Witcher set off.
I thought you were better horseman.
For the.
Now.
Beef.
Shall I?
Dry.
Well,
Think.
more.
Must.
Please. But that.
Not.
But among and the.
Didn't.
If Alec. Although.
Romance.
Friend. Sir.
You're.
Really?
All right.
While searching for the witch Ciri had quarreled with, Geralt ran into an old friend, Kira Metz. Sorceress told the Witcher about a masked mage.
I thought.
For the.
Now.
Could. If.
Well.
Think.
More.
Must.
Please.
Oh.
Yes. But that.
Not the.
But among and the. Because.
Romance.
Friends.
Sorry.
Is it a headache? I knew. Will you at least lie down? Know what they call that constellation?
Drag. Kira. Put me to sleep with it.
While searching for the witch Ciri had quarreled with, Geralt ran into an old friend, Kira Metz. Sorceress told the Witcher about a masked mage.
Geralt, just.
Got. Brute. Saw. Cared it's.
I would.
Gonna sleep.
Late. You've been.
Huh?
No. No, I beg. Now to. But I.
So,
The fool?
gotta...
No, don't.
What?
Then so, I'm... Well, off we... Last...
Hey-ya!
Yeah, yeah!
Whoa, Cinderella. We'll have a great fall.
Ha! As fast as you can! Try to catch me! Well, now do you...
Be...
Shall I...
Try...
What?
Think...
More or less.
Must...
Please.
All right?
Yes. But that's not what I wish to discuss.
Not...
But and the look... Because...
Roman.
Fred said...
You're...
Really?
All right. Kira, wanna play hide and seek? Why not?
Found me.
Do I get a prize?
I have nothing on... Know what they call that constellation in Zerrikania?
Dragon something, I bet.
No, it has a different name. Bit indecent, actually. Lean closer and I'll whisper it in your ear. Egfain Nave.
Kira, where? Put me to sleep with this.